And welcome to part 112 of my report on the McCarrick Report by Patrick Parson. It would appear that McCarrick's homosexual predator actions are the primary cause of his dismissal from the clerical state. Why then does the report avoid looking at homosexuality among church clerics? In fact, the word homosexual is found only 11 times in the report, and that is from individual quotes or footnotes. Starting with them, they are number 1, on page 97, a footnote stating, "Queenie is a slang term sometimes used derisively to refer to a homosexual man." Number 2, page 108. From an August 1993 anonymous letter to Nuncio Cacciavillan with allegations against McCarrick. Quote, "That problems of homosexual behavior exist in the seminary have been known for some time. When some attempts to root it out, as did the last rector, Monsignor Richard Liddy, they find themselves soon transferred to other assignments." Unquote. Number 3, page 121. Psychiatrist Dr. Fitzgibbon's letter to Cardinal Bernardine Ganton discussing his evaluation of Priest 1. Quote, "It is notable that, prior to this incident, he had no previous sexual difficulties in his priesthood and did not view himself as a homosexual." Number 4, page 153, May 22, 2000 letter from Bishop Edward Hughes to Nuncio Montalvo about an allegation from Priest 1. Quote, "During Father's seminary days, he had been accused of homosexual activity by another student, but the seminary faculty judged that the other student was at fault and recommended Priest 1 for ordination." Unquote. Number 5, page 244, footnote regarding Abbott, quoting a former priest who confirmed stories of McCarrick sleeping with seminarians. M. Abbott, ex-priest, speaks on McCarrick homosexuality. From Renew America, February 1st, 2006. Unquote. Number 6, page 262. On December 6, 2006, Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano, at that time delegate for pontifical representations within the Secretariat of State, wrote a memorandum related to the November 2006 communication from Nuncio Sambi to Cardinal Bertone. The memorandum stated, "Cardinal Theodore McCarrick allegations of homosexuality." Unquote. Number 7, page 281. Footnote referring to open letter by psychotherapist and former Benedictine monk Richard Sipe to Pope Benedict XVI in April or May 2008. But see Church Critic outs American Cardinal. Catholic World News, April 21st, 2008. Repeating Sipe's assertion that he had documents and letters that record first-hand testimony of eyewitness accounts of homosexual activities of the future Cardinal McCarrick more than 20 years ago. Unquote. Number 8, page 292, May 27, 2008 report by Nuncio Sambi to the Congregation for Bishops in response to Cardinal Ray's inquiry. Quote, the priest that the cardinal invites to go with him to the sea seemed to the vice-rector to be of a homosexual tendency. One of them made an indecent proposal to him. Unquote. Number 9, page 292, May 27, 2008 report by Nuncio Sambi to the Congregation for Bishops in response to Cardinal Ray's inquiry. Quote, some time after my arrival in Washington, the Cardinal admitted to me in my office that he had committed imprudent acts, such as inviting a seminarian into his bed in the house by the sea, because there was no bed for the seminarian. But crying, he swore before God, judge of the living and the dead, that he had never committed a homosexual act, either with a minor or with an adult. Unquote. Number 10, page 377. On June 29, 2012, a parishioner in Maryland wrote to a diocesan official in the Archdiocese of Washington regarding a number of issues of concern to her. Quote, the letter, which was copied to Nuncio Vigano, described McCarrick as a predator who was retired for advocating homosexual civil unions on the radio in 2005, and was given an apartment at Redemptoris Mater Seminary in Hyattsville, Maryland, assigned priest secretaries, and freed to roam the world seeking the destruction of souls. Unquote. And finally, number 11, page 397. A complaint by Bishop Butkowski that priest 3 was distributing false and scandalous charges against him, including, quote, that Redacted and I have engaged in a homosexual relationship, unquote. And those are the total 11 references specific to homosexuality in the McCarrick report. The report itself completely avoids calling McCarrick a homosexual or suggesting there is a rampant homosexuality problem in the Church. The report claims to be an examination of the Holy See's institutional knowledge and decision-making related to McCarrick, yet ignores hierarchy awareness of homosexuality in the Church. And what is the reason for this? The first possibility that comes to my mind is that McCarrick is obviously not the only active homosexual in the hierarchy, and that there must be enough other homosexual high-ranking officials who are protecting themselves by ensuring homosexuality be ignored by the report. The report avoids investigating a corruption that is widespread in the hierarchy. Of course, we all have some kind of corruption with ourselves, but we are not doing ourselves any favor by ignoring sin or by pretending it does not exist in us. When we appear before our mighty Judge, he will bring to light every sin and scandal in our lives. He will not forgive us if we do not admit our guilt and ask for his forgiveness first. Let us start to prepare for that fateful moment by saying the Fatima prayer. O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead all souls to heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy.